Do you think the PGA Tour guys are upset that they're taking away spotlight from them? No, I think they're excited that the best athlete in the world is engaged in the game of golf. And I think the women think no differently. You've got the best or the most prominent women's sports star that is interested in our game. That's a good thing.
Caitlin Clark has been grabbing headlines since the first day she picked up a basketball, and she's doing it again. But this time, it's not her step-back threes making noise. Instead of draining shots from the logo, Caitlin's trading the hardwood for the fairway, lacing up her golf shoes for a brand new spotlight that she's returning to the LPGA ProAm at the Annika, hosted by golf legend Annika Sorenstam at Florida's Pelican Golf Club. And let's get one thing clear. This isn't some cute off-season hobby. This is a full-blown cultural crossover. Last year, when Caitlin played alongside world number 1 Nelly Korda, the sports world practically exploded. And now she's back, proving once again that Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball superstar, she's redefining what it means to be a modern female athlete. But here's the real question. If the LPGA can market Caitlin like this, why can't the WNBA? Drop your thoughts down below.
My name's Megan Johnston, and I'm an LPGA Top 50 instructor. Today, I'm going to break down some of my favorite things from the super athletic Caitlin Clark. In her backswing, some of my favorite parts are the change in knee flexion, so you can see that her right leg gets taller. This allows a really large turn, and in turn, that allows her hands to get super deep. What we mean by that is instead of her hands covering her face, her hands are all the way back here. And these keys are going to generate a lot of club heads.
What stands out isn't just that Caitlin showed up, it's how the LPGA treated her. They didn't toss her in as a celebrity prop or a last-minute filler. They built an entire experience around her. The marketing, the media hype, the fan interaction, the anticipation. The LPGA didn't just invite Caitlin Clark, they celebrated her. Now compare that to the WNBA, a league that somehow still looks at its biggest star like she's a problem to solve instead of a gift to elevate. One league sees her as a once-in-a-generation partner. The other treats her like a PR complication. The contrast is impossible to miss. To put it in perspective, Caitlin's single LPGA appearance last year created more excitement, cleaner headlines, and genuine joy than most of her WNBA season combined. So today, we're breaking down exactly how golf embraced Caitlin, and how the WNBA dropped the ball.
For a Wednesday, I mean, there's so many media here from all different sort of media aspects, local news, lots of reporters around that you normally wouldn't see on a Wednesday out here at an LPGA event. All the spectators are all waiting to get their final glimpse of Caitlin, hopefully a final autograph.
The moment Caitlin stepped onto the grounds at Pelican Golf Club, it was clear the LPGA knew exactly who they were dealing with, a global force of nature who draws attention everywhere she goes. They didn't bury her in the tee sheet or treat her like a novelty act. They paired her with world number 1 Nelly Korda. That wasn't coincidence. That was strategy. That was marketing brilliance. Putting golf's greatest next to basketball's biggest. Two icons. One tee box. One viral moment, and the reaction. Instant. Before Caitlin even swung the club, social media was electric. This wasn't just participation, this was a collision of greatness, and fans felt it immediately.
How's it going? You've been seeing Nelly Korda do that over and over again for 6 holes now.
It's just satisfying. The way she hits the ball is just satisfying. It's pretty awesome.
The LPGA didn't waste a second. They knew exactly what they had. The Golf Channel even rearranged its schedule just to show parts of Caitlin's round live, something they'd never done for a ProAm. Within minutes, highlights were everywhere. Twitter, TikTok, ESPN, just like that, golf, yes, golf, turned into must-watch television.
Even just seeing the national media members that have arrived here, the basketball media that's here to cover Caitlin Clark, and what's sure to be a really special day in the women's game tomorrow.
Then Annika Sorenstam said what everyone was thinking, Caitlin doesn't just play. She captivates. That it wasn't about her swing. It was about her magnetism, her presence, her ability to bridge generations, sports, and fan bases. Wherever she goes, new audiences follow, and this year's November event, it's going to be even bigger. Fully televised worldwide, expanded fan access, more coverage, more excitement. The LPGA is all in, and it's paying off.
But you're right, I mean, it just puts our tournament in a different limelight and just different excitement. You know, they're streaming the summit today, they'll be streaming the ProAm, I mean, things that we haven't seen before. You know, wherever she goes, she's been selling out, so hopefully we'll sell out here too, so we're excited about that.
What makes Caitlin's crossover even more special is how authentic she is. She didn't show up pretending to be something she's not. She's been golfing since she was a kid, and you can tell she genuinely loves it.NOPR script. No forced smiles, just Caitlin being Caitlin. After sinking a long putt, she laughed and said, "I'm not a professional golfer, but I love being out here. It's all about the challenge and the mental focus. And that honesty is why people connect with her. She's competitive, but grounded, confident, but never arrogant. In a sports world full of cookie-cutter interviews, she's refreshingly real."
For some golf. I never golf this early in the morning. I grew up in Des Moines and I played there a ton. And honestly, I try to get back there as much as I can to play with my family. My dad plays a lot, my older brother plays a lot. So, you know, it's super fun.
The results speak for themselves. Tickets sold out. Fans showed up hours early. Pro golfers asked her for selfies. The LPGA didn't just host a tournament, they created a movement. They showed the world what happens when you embrace a generational star instead of shrinking away from her spotlight. Meanwhile, the WNBA, well, that's a different story.
Higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of the players that play in the league. And in her case, she was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it. But you didn't do it.
Think for a moment about Caitlin's first 2 WNBA seasons. .62 record shattered. A struggling franchise reborn. Sold out arenas everywhere she went. A top 5 MVP finish as a rookie, another historic run before her sophomore injury. Any other league would have built an empire around her, but the WNBA, they gave her a Rookie of the Year ceremony that looked like it was thrown together during someone's lunch break. No fans, no hype, no moment, just a plaque in a quiet gym. Embarrassing. Compare that to Paige Bucher's award celebration, live broadcast, huge crowd, major sponsors, real production value. The difference is night and day. While the WNBA keeps stumbling over jealousy, insecurity, and an identity crisis, the LPGA is redefining what women's sports can be. They featured Caitlin, they elevated her, they built storylines around her pairing with Nelly Korda, they placed her on leadership panels with Cernstam, they treated her like the star she is. The LPGA understood something simple: Caitlin Clark isn't competition. She's collaboration. She doesn't steal attention, she amplifies it, and instead of running from that power, they embraced it, and it worked.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Hung in there, you know. Let's go.
Ratings soared, merchandise spiked, new fans, millions of them, tuned in just to watch her swing a golf club. Caitlin didn't have to choose sides or make a statement. All she had to do was show up, and by doing that, she exposed a truth everyone can see. One league lifts its stars, the other holds them back.
First of all, we're thankful that she's here. I think she's been kind of the one on, you know, when you talk about women's sports, she's kind of, other than Nelly, it's been Caitlin, and what she has done is amazing, and like you said, bringing other people into the sport, and golf has been, I think, quite a passion for her for quite some time.
Fans noticed instantly. They always do. One viral comment summed everything up perfectly: every league celebrates Caitlin Clark except the WNBA. It's insane. One line. Millions of fans nodding in agreement. The LPGA rolled out the red carpet, the WNBA tripped over it. One league gained new fans, the other dimmed its own spotlight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's been a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of people looking at her, and, you know, when you set the bar high and continue to move that bar, I mean, people are always going to try and push you down and take you down in different ways and getting criticized, but she's just handled it so well, you know, with such poise and such class, and just keep moving, setting records and doing things that have not been done before. And I mean, that's just, to me, is obviously very inspiring, but it motivates a lot of women to be able to, you know, reach their full potential. And, you know, she's so young too, and who knows what her future will be, but she's just starting out with a bang, and I'm sure she's going to continue. So we're excited to have her here.
Even fellow athletes saw it clearly. Annika Cernstam praised Caitlin's grace under pressure. Nelly Korda called her energy contagious. Brittany Lincecum asked Caitlin to sign a basketball for her kids. Younger stars like Rose Zhang said they study Caitlin's composure. Think about that. Golfers idolizing a basketball player. That's crossover power. The LPGA didn't just schedule her a tee time. They welcomed her into a community. Caitlin wasn't a guest. She was part of the family.
Non-serious question. How is your jump shot?
It probably needs work. It's probably not that good.
Not that good?
Yeah, maybe I'll ask Caitlin for some advice, some tips. Next time we'll get together, maybe it'll be on a basketball court. Yeah.
What's your hope of maybe a long-term relationship with Caitlin Clark and the LPGA? What do you hope comes from today?
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's just great for the women's sports. I love that she has a love for the game of golf, and me, like, I've never really tuned into watching basketball before her, honestly. So I think it's just growing the interest in all of women's sports, and I hope that's what grows from this relationship.
Even off camera, she stayed completely authentic, chatting with fans, signing autographs, joking with players, making little girls' days with every interaction. When she said, "The young girls who come to our games, they're why I do this," it wasn't a brand line that it was real. That's Caitlin Clark, not a headline, not a marketing tool. A leader with purpose.
I ran into Andrea Lee on the putting green, and she said, "My tee time is at 7:10 a.m., so I'm hoping that overlaps well enough that I'll be able to get a picture." And then on the other side of that, Megan Kang said, "Oh man, my tee time is in the afternoon. There's no shot that I'm going to be able to catch her in time for a photo." And Marina Alex was especially excited because her locker is next to Caitlin's in the locker room. Said she walked in and saw there she was. She's got a placard just like all the LPGA players right next to her. So perhaps Marina can pick her brain as they're getting ready to head out to the golf course. And of course, I had to chat with Lilia Vu, who's the defending champion. The first thing she said to me was, "Oh my goodness, so excited that Caitlin's here. She's going to bring so many eyeballs to this week and to our game in general."
Caitlin's return to the Annika wasn't just another event. It was a blueprint, a lesson, a warning shot. The LPGA showed the world what happens when you champion a superstar instead of trying to contain her. They elevated her. She elevated them. That's partnership. That's vision. That's leadership. Meanwhile, the WNBA is still debating how to manage her popularity, still obsessing over fairness instead of growth, still downplaying the very person driving their historic success.
That's the reason that you play. It's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be and get to talk about those moments too.
The truth is simple. Fans don't fall in love with leagues, they fall in love with stars. Caitlin Clark is one of those rare stars who makes everyone want to watch. The LPGA understood that, the WNBA still doesn't. Caitlin Clark didn't take attention away, she created more of it. She didn't overshadow anyone, she brought everyone with her. And until the WNBA learns what the LPGA figured out instantly, the gap is only going to grow. So tell me, why do you think the LPGA markets Caitlin Clark better than the WNBA does? Drop your thoughts below, like the video, and hit that subscribe button.